Let's talk about the quarterback position, the stats, who's going to make the cut, who's going to be the backup, how Jared Goff can perform in the 2021 NFL season. Let's start. What is going on, YouTube, and welcome to Detroit Lions Talk. With MicroMike, we talk all things Detroit Lions, news, rumors, analysis, breakdown, and everything regarding our franchise. In this video, we're getting to dive deep into the quarterback position. Who's going to make the cut? Who's going to be the backup? And obviously, most importantly, Jared Goff, expectations, what we need to pay attention to. Because I get to ask this question all the time on the live shows. Talk about Jared Goff's stats. So we're just going to go ahead and give a more realistic approach to these guys. But before we jump into that, make sure you hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes in this video. The more likes we get, the more chance that I put a smile on my face. So let's get those likes up. Let's go right into it. Here is the quarterbacks currently on the roster, and we're going to start from the back going forward to number one. So my number 3 quarterback is David Blough. Even though he is starting to ascend a little bit, we looked at OTAs, and he's actually doing a fairly decent job. He outperformed Tim Boyle in some stances, so this is a little bit more of a competition than I think most people even thought. With that said, Tim Boyle's contract really suggests he is the backup. David Blough has a developmental contingency. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing. I think he's going to make the roster via practice squad. I don't think he makes the initial 53. I think he is a practice squad guy. He's going to be back there and learning from Jared Goff. And if Tim Boyle doesn't perform well while he's as a backup role, hopefully next year David Blough can finally be the backup for the quarterback Jared Goff, or, maybe they draft another quarterback. I don't know. But for David Blough, he just needs to continue to develop, get his nose in the playbook, get better pocket awareness, get better throwing the football, everything that you need to do as a young quarterback. Hits that subscribe button, folks. Let's get to 14,000 subscribers. Yes, we're almost there. We're about 140 away from 14K. I would love to hit that 14K mark here fairly shortly. If you watch the videos anyways, you might as well subscribe, because if you subscribe, you don't miss out on the latest news and rumors. He does have potential because he's been on this football team for a couple years now. Not a bad for a number 3. I just don't think they go 3 quarterbacks this year for this football team, and they go 2. Tim Boyle, I do have as the backup quarterback for the Detroit Lions. We paid him a decent size contract. Money talks, BS walks. When you pay a guy the way that we did, he is going to be the backup, in my opinion. And he does have a strong arm. He can fling the ball. He just needs to put his nose into Anthony Lynn's playbook and understand it, because if there's an injury to Jared Goff, it is important for him to understand it and not screw up like he has done in minicamp and OTAs. But he can play. If you look at his film, he can fling the ball. He's got a strong arm. He can be accurate. There's inconsistencies, a lot, obviously, but if you look the progressions that he did from college to what he did in preseason for the Green Bay Packers, you can see the growth, and he does have a potential to be a decent backup for the Detroit Lions, and comparable to the rest of the NFL, a very good one in my opinion. Just needs to get his nose in the playbook and continue to do that, and he is a cheap backup. It's not like we're paying this guy the insane amount of dollars that some football teams do. He's a young guy as well, and that's kind of what you want to look for in a backup. A cheaper contract, but he has a potential to come in and can just hold the game down, hand that ball off, and not screw it up, and that's what you want in a backup. He is much better than Chase Daniels. Chase Daniels was a very bad backup. He is a much better upgrade. Now, is he better than Jeff Driscoll? That's definitely to be seen. Jeff Driscoll was actually a decent backup for the Detroit Lions. I'll probably give Driscoll a little bit of edge here because he actually proved himself a little bit as on the roster. He's better than Dan Orlovsky was, and that's hands down. Dan Orlovsky was a bad quarterback, bad backup. Decent, I guess you want to talk about when it comes to talking about teams and all that. But when it comes to production-wise, he was definitely not the greatest. Sean Hill, to me, probably in the modern era, was our best backup. Tim Boyle, if he can come near to that, would be out-freaking-standing. That is yet to be seen. I would give him a mid-grade backup, around the 15-16 in the NFL as a backup role. So not too bad, not too great, just right in the middle. Jared Goff, now we're finally getting to the starter here. Everyone wants to know, how is Jared Goff going to produce for the Detroit Lions? What is he going to do? My expectations for Jared Goff, statistically wise, I would suggest he gets around 3,200 to 3,500 yards passing. Don't expect a whole lot because this offense is going to be predicated on more of running the football. We're going to see a lot of short dink and dunk passes, probably a lot to the running backs here. When it comes to touchdown-wise, I would say around 23 touchdowns to 24 touchdowns. Again, running the football. I don't think we're going to see a ton of passing like we've seen in the past. Interceptions, I'll go with 12. Still, we got to show consistency on the turnover, and he has shown in the past to turn the football over. So for having around 23 touchdowns to 12 interceptions seems realistic in my opinion. I'm not expecting him to be an all-pro, anything like that. Smash that like button, folks. Let's get these likes up to 100 likes. Dropping these videos all the time, and it puts that video out, and it puts a giant smile on my face, and I just want that Lions content out there, and I want to see these videos succeed. So smash that like button. It's free to do so. That's how you support the channel. Let's get that one pride up there. Let's go Lions. I'm expecting him to be a mid-round, later to the mid-round type of quarterback in the NFL. The expectations was laid so low for this man. People expect him to be the worst quarterback in the NFL. That is extremely unrealistic. But to say he's going to be the top guy in the NFL is unrealistic. So let's put our expectations around mid to late 16, 17, 18-ish range. That seems to be logical for me. For him to have a breakout year to do better than my expectations would be predicated on the production done by this wide receivers here. Understand, these wide receiver core is much worse than we've have been in years past. You're going from Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones Jr., Danny Amendola, a pretty good 1-2-3 if you ask me, to guys that we're not 100% sure on. Is Tyrell Williams going to stay healthy? Can he produce at that level? To me, he's not a number one. He's more of a number two when healthy. Can Brashard Perryman catch the football? Well, suggesting of what he's done in the past, there's issues there. Quintez Cephas is a riser. I expect him to really help Jared Goff more out than we've seen in the past. Amon-Ra St. Brown as well. And Victor Bolden is coming up too for the wide receivers, but it's still much less. Can TJ Hockenson help out Jared Goff? Yes. I expect a lot of his yards and more of the bigger plays and touchdowns to come from TJ Hockenson. So look for him to target him a lot to get those numbers up. And same with the running backs of Swift and Williams. That's how you're going to see Jared Goff. But let's not say this guy is a window licker. Let's not say this guy is a crayon eater. It is hyperbolic to go to that route. I'm not going to say he's the greatest quarterback as well. I mean, look, guys, we don't really know exactly what's going to happen for him. So let's be honest here. I'm not Nostradamus. None of us are. We're not going to really know until we see it on the field. All we can do is see what we've seen in OTAs and what we've seen in minicamp. He was precise, accurate. He was hitting his targets. There was issues in the red zone. But how much can we say that was on the defense? Our defense obviously was the worst last year in the NFL. So is that the reason why these guys are getting open? Is that the reason why Jared Goff is picking them apart? Very possible. Or is it because he is inept in the playbook? He understands, he loves Anthony Lynn's philosophy. Maybe it's more of an issue what happened with the Rams last year. So many questions, we just don't know. But I'm going to say it's more of a middle because the people screaming insane bad, the people saying insane good, it just seems we got to wait and see approach. But I would expect mid-level. In the upcoming videos, folks, we do got the One Pride podcast on my channel, 6:30 p.m. EST every single Thursday, and it is a fun, interactive show where you have questions. You run the show, guys. This is for you. This show is all about you. If you got specific things you want to talk about, we turn this into that. You want to talk about a specific topic, we're going to get right into it. And obviously, we got the news and rumors, but this is more predicated toward the fan base. We got a panel. It's not just myself, and we love to dig down into Detroit Lions. Also, I am going on vacation. You're going to be seeing me talking about this a little bit because I just want to remind you, I'll be on vacation, and videos will be dropping, but probably will not be breaking news. It will not be those type of news until I come back on Wednesday. So expect videos. You will get your content, and it's going to be fun still going forward from there.